Welcome back. I'm Ryan, and I'm hyped to have you all here. I hope you're doing great and staying on the right side of things. For those of you who live for mystery, thrills, and the unexplained, today's episode is going to be a bone-chilling experience. Before we dive into the story, a quick favor. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a mystery update. Now, let's lose ourselves in one of history's darkest chapters. The year was 1906. The setting, St. Michael's Mission in the natal region of South Africa. A heavy, eerie silence hung in the air. Father Erasmus Horner had no idea that a living nightmare was about to knock on the doors of his sacred mission. It started with a 16-year-old girl named Clara Germana Cele. One day, she walked up to the priest, looked him dead in the eye, and said in a chillingly calm voice, "Father, I have made a pact with the devil." At first, the priest dismissed it as a teenager's overactive imagination, but he didn't realize that Clara hadn't come alone. She had brought an ancient darkness with her. By September, Clara was no longer herself. Her eyes began to glow a deep, predatory red. Whenever she lashed out at the sisters of the mission, this young girl suddenly possessed the strength of 10 grown men. A single strike from her would leave the sisters' skin bruised and blackened. The real terror began when Clara started defying gravity. In front of dozens of witnesses, she would suddenly levitate 4 or 5 feet off the ground. Strangely, her clothes wouldn't even flutter. They stayed pinned against her body as if trapped in an invisible bubble. At times, her neck would stretch to 2 or 3 times its normal length. The sickening sound of bones snapping and grinding filled the halls. Whenever Father Erasmus questioned her, a deep, inhuman growl erupted from her throat. Despite never having finished school, Clara began speaking fluently in Latin, German, and French. When the priest recited Latin rites, she would mockingly correct his pronunciation and laugh. She could find hidden objects and whisper people's darkest, most private secrets as if reading them off a page. On September 13th, 1906, the historic battle to cast out the demon began. The room was instantly filled with the overwhelming stench of rotting flesh. From deep within Clara, the sounds of 1,000 screaming soldiers echoed. The very air seemed to vibrate with malice. At one point, while she was choking Sister Agatha, she remained suspended in mid-air. When the exorcists commanded, "Serpent, reveal your name," Clara let out a piercing shriek and hissed, "I will not say the name, but I can spell it." In the air, an invisible finger traced the letters D-I-O-A-R. And when asked for the name of her leader, she spelled out L-U-C-I-F-E-R. After hours of spiritual warfare, Clara finally collapsed onto the floor. As the entity departed, a foul, mysterious odor choked the room. For the next 6 years, she lived in peace. However, in 1913, at the age of just 22, she passed away from tuberculosis. Father Erasmus believed her body simply couldn't recover from the physical toll of the possession. Over 150 people witnessed these events firsthand. In today's scientific age, it's easy to label this as mental illness. But for those who were in that mission that night, it was a bone-chilling, undeniable reality.